The ancient sands of Egypt concealed more than just the passage of time. Beneath the towering pyramids, whispers of an ancient battle between humans and alien gods echoed through the ages. These gods, who had descended from the stars, enslaved humans to build monumental structures, using them as mere tools for their grand designs. Leon, a young warrior with a kind heart, witnessed the cruelty of the gods firsthand. His family, like many others, were worked to death under the scorching sun. The gods, towering and radiant, looked down upon the terrified humans with disdain. "You are weak," one of the gods intoned, his voice resonating with an otherworldly power. "You are frail and pathetic. Your lives mean nothing in the grand scheme of the cosmos." Leon watched in horror as his family was forced to the ground and executed by the gods. The gods laughed at his anguish, their advanced devices causing unimaginable pain to the humans. "Look at this one," another god sneered, pointing at Leon. "Such raw emotion, it clouds their judgment and makes them weak." Despite the despair, Leon found an unexpected ally in one of the gods, a beautiful and powerful being named Leora. Unlike her brethren, Leora was intrigued by the resilience and spirit of the humans, particularly Leon. Over time, her curiosity turned into affection, and she began to see the cruelty of her own kind through different eyes. Leora and Leon found solace in each other, meeting in secret within the labyrinthine passages of the pyramids. In a hidden chamber, away from prying eyes, they shared their deepest fears and desires. Their forbidden love blossomed, and they found moments of stolen happiness amid the chaos. It was there that they conceived a child, a symbol of their hope and defiance against the gods' tyranny. One night, as they lay together in their secret chamber, Leon whispered, "We must find a way to end this. Our child deserves a future free from this torment." Leora nodded, her eyes filled with determination. "I will help you, Leon. Together we can find a way." Their love was intense, passionate, and all-consuming, but their secret could not remain hidden forever. One day, the gods discovered their affair. Enraged by the betrayal, the gods captured Leon and Leora. They were brought before the Council of Gods, where their love was condemned as a grievous crime. "You have defied the natural order," the leader of the gods declared, his voice booming with anger. "For this you shall pay with your lives." As they prepared to execute Leon and Leora, she whispered to him, "Our love will endure, Leon. Our child will carry our legacy." With their final moments drawing near, Leon made a desperate plea to Leora. "There is a secret water passage beneath the pyramid. Use it to send our child away. He must survive." Leora nodded, tears streaming down her face. She managed to escape briefly and placed their newborn son in a small boat, sending him through the hidden passage with a message for his future. "You are our hope," she whispered. "Grow strong and remember us." The gods recaptured Leora and brought her back to face her punishment alongside Leon. Together they were executed, their love deemed a threat to the gods' authority. But their sacrifice was not in vain. Their child, carried by the secret waters, was found and raised by one of the gods' right hands, a sympathetic figure who had grown disillusioned with the cruelty of his masters. Years passed, and the child, named Kai, grew up under the care of this mentor. The mentor, in his old age, taught Kai about his true heritage and the legacy of his parents. On his deathbed, the mentor passed on the knowledge of the gods' weaknesses and the hidden power of the pyramids. Kai, fueled by the stories of his parents' bravery and the suffering of his people, devised a plan to avenge his family and free humanity. He infiltrated the pyramids, using the knowledge passed down by his mentor to place explosive devices at critical points within the structures. As the energy of the pyramids surged to critical levels, Kai confronted the gods. "Your reign ends now," he declared, his voice echoing with the strength of his parents' resolve. The gods laughed, dismissing him as a mere human. "You are nothing but an insect," one god sneered. "You cannot hope to defeat us." Kai activated the devices and the pyramids began to tremble. The gods' laughter turned to panic as they realized the power they had harnessed was now their undoing. The pyramids, overloaded with energy, began to collapse, taking gods and humans alike with them. In the chaos, Kai sent a final message through the hidden passage, warning future generations of the danger and sacrifice that had taken place. "Remember our story," he wrote. "Remember the cost of freedom." As the pyramids crumbled, Kai accepted his fate, knowing that he had fulfilled his parents' legacy. The explosion was cataclysmic, erasing all traces of the gods and their tyranny. The pyramids, though damaged, remained as silent sentinels, guarding the secrets of the past. The story of Leon, Leora, and their son Kai became a legend, a tale of love, sacrifice, and the unyielding human spirit. The pyramids stood as a testament to their struggle, their secrets shrouded in mystery. To this day, the secrets of the pyramids remain elusive, their true purpose lost to time. The ancient structures stand as a reminder of the fierce battle between humans and alien gods and the legacy of a love that defied the stars. The open-ended nature of the tale leaves us wondering what other secrets lie buried beneath the sands, waiting to be discovered. Pause 3S. As the dust settled from Kai's revenge, a new threat emerged from the shadows. The air was thick with tension, and the ground still trembled from the aftermath of the battle. The people, weary and battered, looked around in confusion and fear, wondering what new horror awaited them. The forgotten gods, long banished to the underworld, began to stir. Their slumber had been disturbed, and their ancient power started to seep back into the world. The ground cracked open, and from the depths of the earth, dark energy began to rise, signaling the awakening of these long-forgotten deities. Their leader, Nyx, sought to reclaim the world above and exact vengeance on those who had wronged them. Her eyes burned with a fierce determination, and her heart was filled with a deep-seated rage. She had waited centuries for this moment, and now nothing would stand in her way. Pause 2S. Leon and Leora's legacy became a beacon of hope for the people, but also a target for Nyx's wrath. The stories of their love and sacrifice had inspired generations, and now in the face of this new threat, their legacy was more important than ever. But Nyx saw it as a symbol of everything she despised, and she was determined to destroy it. The people, inspired by the love and sacrifice of Leon and Leora, rallied together to face this new menace. They knew that their only hope lay in unity and strength. Families, friends, and strangers alike joined forces, ready to defend their world from the encroaching darkness. Pause 2S. The battle that ensued was unlike any other, filled with twists, betrayals, and unexpected alliances. Old enemies became allies and trusted friends turned traitors. The battlefield was a chaotic mix of clashing swords, powerful spells, and desperate cries. Every moment was fraught with danger, and the outcome was uncertain. Pause 2S. As the final confrontation loomed, the fate of the world hung in the balance. The forces of light and darkness prepared for the ultimate showdown, each side knowing that this battle would determine the future of their world. The tension was palpable, and everyone held their breath, waiting for the inevitable clash. Would the love and legacy of Leon and Leora be enough to overcome the darkness? Or would the forgotten gods reclaim their dominion? The question weighed heavily on everyone's minds. The power of love and legacy had been proven time and again, but the forgotten gods were a formidable foe, and their desire for dominion was relentless. Pause 2S. In the midst of chaos, the people remembered the story of Leon and Leora, drawing strength from their unyielding spirit. Their tale was a reminder that love and sacrifice could overcome even the greatest of challenges. It gave the people hope and courage, fueling their determination to fight on. As Nyx unleashed her fury, it became clear that this battle was not just for survival, but for the preservation of hope and love. Her power was immense and her rage was terrifying, but the people stood firm, knowing that they were fighting for something greater than themselves. They were fighting for the future of their world. Pause 2S. With every clash of swords and every spell cast, the echoes of Leon and Leora's love resonated through the battlefield, inspiring courage and unity. Their legacy was a beacon of light in the darkness, guiding the people and giving them the strength to continue the fight. The final confrontation was near, and the world held its breath, waiting to see if light would prevail over darkness. The tension was almost unbearable, and every heart beat with anticipation. The outcome of this battle would shape the future of their world, and everyone knew that the stakes had never been higher. Pause 2S. The rise of the forgotten gods had begun, but the legacy of Leon and Leora shone brightly, guiding humanity towards an uncertain but hopeful future. Their story was a testament to the power of love and sacrifice, and it gave the people the strength to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As Nyx's dark army marched towards the heart of the world, the people prepared their defenses. They fortified their cities, trained their warriors, and gathered their resources. They knew that the coming battle would be their greatest test, and they were determined to be ready. Ancient prophecies spoke of this time, and signs in the sky confirmed that the final battle was at hand. The stars aligned and strange phenomena appeared, signaling the fulfillment of long-forgotten predictions. The people took these signs as a call to arms, knowing that their destiny was upon them. From the shadows, new heroes emerged, and unexpected leaders rose to the occasion. Ordinary people found extraordinary courage, and those who had been overlooked became the champions of their world. Their bravery and determination inspired others, and together they formed a formidable force. Even within Nyx's ranks, there was strife and plotting. Her generals, each with their own ambitions, vied for power and influence. This internal discord weakened their forces, giving the people a glimmer of hope. They knew that if they could exploit these divisions, they might stand a chance. The people found strength in unity as communities came together to support one another. They shared resources, offered shelter, and provided comfort in the face of fear. This sense of solidarity was a powerful weapon against the darkness, and it gave the people the resilience to keep fighting. Nyx's fury caused natural disasters to ravage the world. Earthquakes, storms, and floods wreaked havoc, adding to the chaos and destruction. The people struggled to survive, but their spirit remained unbroken. They knew that they had to endure these trials if they were to have any hope of victory. In their quest to defeat Nyx, the people discovered ancient artifacts and awakened mystical powers. These relics, long hidden and forgotten, held the key to unlocking new strengths and abilities. With these newfound powers, the people felt a renewed sense of hope and determination. Nyx's dark magic spread like a plague, corrupting everything it touched. Plants withered, animals turned feral, and even the land itself seemed to rot. This corruption threatened to consume the world, but the people fought back with all their might, determined to cleanse their home of this evil. Scholars and mages worked together, using ancient knowledge to combat Nyx's dark magic. They delved into forgotten texts, deciphered old runes, and experimented with powerful spells. Their efforts were crucial in the fight against the darkness, and their discoveries provided new weapons and strategies. Nyx's spies infiltrated the ranks of the people, sowing distrust and discord. Friends turned against friends, and suspicion ran rampant. The people had to be vigilant, knowing that any misstep could lead to disaster. Trust was tested, and only the strongest bonds survived. Despite the fear and uncertainty, acts of bravery and sacrifice shone through. Ordinary individuals performed extraordinary deeds, risking their lives to protect others and stand against the darkness. These acts of heroism inspired everyone, reminding them of the power of courage and selflessness. Nyx's power continued to grow, and the final preparations for battle were made. The people knew that the time had come to face their greatest challenge. They gathered their forces, fortified their defenses, and steeled themselves for the coming storm. The fate of their world rested on their shoulders. The final confrontation began, and the forces of light and darkness clashed with a fury that shook the very foundations of the world. The battle was fierce and relentless, with neither side willing to give an inch. The air was filled with the sounds of combat, and the ground was stained with the blood of heroes and villains alike. Nyx's dark magic clashed with the people's hope and love in an epic struggle. The power of darkness was immense, but the light of love and legacy was equally strong. The battlefield became a stage for this titanic struggle, with each side pushing the other to their limits. Heroes made their last stands and sacrifices were made. Many gave their lives to protect their loved ones and their world. These acts of sacrifice were not in vain, as they inspired others to fight on with renewed vigor. The spirit of Leon and Leora lived on in these brave souls. Nyx's fury reached its peak, and desperation gripped both sides. The battle hung in the balance, with victory and defeat both within reach. The people fought with everything they had, knowing that this was their last chance to save their world. The final moments of the battle were a blur of action and emotion. The climax of the confrontation saw the forces of light and darkness locked in a deadly embrace. Every strike, every spell, every act of bravery and sacrifice brought them closer to the ultimate resolution. In the end, light prevailed, and Nyx was defeated. Her dark magic was shattered, and her forces were scattered. The people had won, but the cost had been high. The world was forever changed, but the legacy of Leon and Leora had triumphed over the darkness. The people celebrated their victory, and the process of rebuilding and healing began. They honored the fallen, repaired the damage, and looked to the future with hope. The legacy of Leon and Leora continued to inspire them, guiding them towards a brighter tomorrow. New leaders emerged, and the future was filled with promise. The people had proven their strength and resilience, and they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The story of Leon and Leora would be told for generations, a testament to the power of love and sacrifice. The world began to recover from the darkness, and nature started to heal. The land, once scarred by Nyx's dark magic, began to flourish again. The people worked together to restore their world, knowing that they had the strength and unity to overcome any obstacle. The legacy of Leon and Leora lived on, a beacon of hope for the future. Their story was a reminder that love and sacrifice could overcome even the greatest of challenges. The people drew strength from this legacy, knowing that they could face whatever came their way. As the people reflected on the battle, they learned valuable lessons. They understood the importance of unity, courage, and sacrifice. They knew that the fight against darkness was never truly over, but they were ready to face it with the strength and wisdom they had gained. The world moved forward, and a new era began. The people were determined to build a better future, one filled with hope, love, and unity. The legacy of Leon and Leora would guide them, lighting the way towards a brighter tomorrow. As the sun rose on a new day, it symbolized new beginnings. The darkness had been defeated, and the world was filled with light and hope. The people looked to the future with optimism, ready to embrace whatever came their way. Pause 2S, and so the tale of love and rebellion came to an end, but its echoes would be felt for generations to come. The story of Leon and Leora would be remembered, a testament to the power of love, sacrifice, and the indomitable human spirit.